Well, what a beautiful night for high school football. Not exactly. Dan Burks along with Cy Robinson. We're bringing you the game on Cox Communications Channel 38. Pleasant Valley Assumption. Now, we saw the first game. Despite the different records, 6-3 versus 10-0, it was as close a high school ball game as you could have got this season.
Beautiful football game then, and will be tonight.
Now, Bettendorf, when they played last week, it was bigger than Pleasant Valley. We saw Pleasant Valley use their quickness. We did that game. Now, flip this other side of the coin here. Pleasant Valley's a little bit bigger, and Assumption may be a little bit quicker.
I think so, too. The thing I noticed about this game, you got two very similar fullbacks, Russell and Cundert, very similar kids, run hard, not real big, but run hard. And I think the nod goes to PV just a little bit because of the throwing combination. Mauser to Anthony, there it comes again. So
and once again, that passing combination comes in play. A couple people we got to look out for in the size factor, and a guy who made some huge plays the first contest. Once again, Brian Schertz, who could be the best defensive lineman in the league.
I think so too. If not, there's nobody better, that's for sure.
Well, that'll do it for the pregame because Cy's starting to chatter a little bit, and I can't ask him any more questions. We're going to have a great one. It's number 4 ranked Pleasant Valley. They're 10-0, hosting Davenport Assumption in Iowa Class 4A football playoffs here on Cox Communications Channel 38. We'll be back with the kickoff. Pleasant Valley High School, Pleasant Valley undefeated, 10-0, ranked number 4. Once again, you're watching second round 4A Iowa State playoff action on Cox Communications Channel 38. Cy Robinson along with Dan Birch. Of course, Jess will be running all your camera. Cy, Pleasant Valley has been the most dominant team in the MAC. They are undefeated. They were 2 games up on everybody, but they had a lot of close calls. Bettendorf twice, in fact, last week when we saw this game, and the first time they played Assumption. On the other hand, Assumption's got to like the odds coming in. It's hard to beat a team twice in a season, and Assumption proved that last week in their opening round win. They avenged the early season loss, week number 1 to Davenport West, and are hoping to do the same again tonight.
I think that's true. There's one big difference tonight, Dan, and that is Pleasant Valley has 2 good kids back that didn't see Assumption the first night, and that is Creighton Duncan at defensive end, number 88, and he is one tough hombre. And
McEachran will work in on that offensive
also
line.
on the defensive line and the offensive line both. So I think that's a little bit of a difference too.
Oh, we await the kickoff. 12 minutes on the clock, of course, as we start the first quarter. We'll see what the toss is as the captains head out. Schertz and Anthony will head out along with Bill Fairman. That's Big Bill, 24. The receiver / running back, kind of a wing back, over 200 yards each. Had a big game last week. Has a big game almost every week. And Gavin Inc., the older Big Ink.
And, yeah, we'll call him Big Ink. Gannon they call Little Ink. I still got the brains. We had
Mrs. Ink.
For the first.
I'll tell you, these PP parents are great on Cox Cable. And I think it was Abel's father called me and gave me the rundown in the offensive line. So we get it right there, just helping us out. They're not critiquing us by any means.
Yeah.
Actually, Cy, since I was on the other phone, you see Assumption is going to receive. Go left to right, it will be Pleasant Valley kicking it off. Clark will do the kicking chores, of course. And Pleasant Valley will have Pullman and various other. Bitterman will be back there to receive. Yeah, it's funny, the parents, they say, when they talk to you, Si, I'm sure, they say, well, here, give these to help out the other guy. They tell me, I said, well, I say that name. Well, maybe it's the other guy. So we're getting it from all ends. They're helping us out.
I'll tell you what, don't make an error up here or you're in trouble. Nothing look like a parental support out there.
Clark will handle the kicking and punting chores for the most part tonight for Pleasant Valley. As we said, Pullman back to receive along with Bitterman. Bitterman operates in that wing back position as well for Assumption. You'll see Pleasant Valley and Assumption run very similar offenses. PV will throw a lot more. Clark, high lofty kick up around the 20, fielded by Gary, number 78. Former fullback, though, don't let the number fool you. He stopped at the 30.
Yes, looks funny to see a defensive tackle returning kickoffs, but that is not a defensive tackle. That's Nick Gary, a former running back.
Well, even in the program, it's still listed as 34 as his number because that's what it was early in the season. But we know who it is.
Yeah, they're always trying to trick us.
So 1st and 10, just inside the 30. We'll call it about the 28-yard line. Ball on the near side hash. There you see that formation. Lee Russell, the sophomore fullback. Lone setback, Bitterman in motion. They come the other way, counter with Pullman. He cuts inside that time every so often. Grant will try to drift it outside, but that time he found the block and picked up a couple good yards.
Right, Bill Fairman chased him down, not after about a 5-yard gain, though.
And it is 5 yards, 2nd and 5, so a good opening play for Marquez Merrick's Assumption Knights. Once again, they come in 6-3. He is in his 8th year as the head coach, and across the way, of course, Ed Morrissey in his 18th year here at Pleasant Valley, including a state championship back in '85 in 3A. Ball up around the 33-yard line. Now they're going to go the other way. It's Bush who rotates in with Bitterman, and he is stuffed by Ink.
Yep. Little ink or big ink
That's
on the
big.
play.
Gavin, the senior.
We'll get it straight.
And he is big, 6 foot 230, one of the captains.
See, Pleasant Valley normally a base 52 defense, and now they're sitting up tight in that 62. They got a lot of people up near the line of scrimmage. Going to try to force Assumption maybe to throw the ball a little bit.
And Collins is a heck of an athlete. The quarterback, he'll rotate in as well with Holland. We'll give you that rundown in a minute. Collins looking to throw on 3rd and 7. They lost a couple. This is where he's dangerous. Outside the pocket, he's going to try to tuck it around. And there's Creighton Duncan, a guy you talked about earlier, got an arm on him.
Right, Creighton Duncan slowed him down. Bill Fairman came up and made the play. But I'll tell you what, there's what we call one of those coverage sacks again. I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that is where Collins can get dangerous. Very quick feet. But he's going to be far short of the first down. Maybe picked up a yard. Bring up 4th and 6. Howland, the backup quarterback, he plays a little defensive end as well, linebacker. He's going to punt it away, a little pressure, he gets it off. Nice punt. Taney's going to call a fair catch and catch it fairly, I guess.
And that he did. Good field position.
Up around the 37. PV will take over, so a good defensive stop. After a 5-yard pickup on first down, PV puts the clamps down. Fairman and the boys getting it done. As we said, very similar offenses as you cited in the open side, very similar fullbacks. The junior Kundert for Pleasant Valley, the sophomore for Assumption. And Russell had 807 yards and 671 for Kundert, so even similar in the stats. They come out of an eye this time. We don't see that very often. They're going to pitch, try to get Hanson outside. He follows his blocks.
Look out.
Nice blocks. And he gets a little nice play by Mathis backside at number 1.
It was.
But a good wall out there. Got a good block from Kundert. Fairman was pinching in.
Had a little bit of help from Pat Bush out there. I'll tell you, that looked like it was going to go if he'd gone to the sideline and was going to go for a long ways and cut it back to the inside. I think it might have cost him a little bit of yardage. It was still a good gainer on about 7-8 yards out of it.
Shirts, Abel, McEgrin, Kaburski, Snakenberg, the tight end at some of the linemen. Sherman's out there as well. We'll give them to you since they were nice enough to phone him in. They go to the left side. Kundert, he's hit, but keeps on driving. First down and more. Nice pickup, about a 12-yard gain past midfield.
Nice running, Dan.
They actually had him back in the backfield with initial contact, but he kept the legs pumping and picked up about 15 yards.
Andy Stelk, number 72, looked like he made the play downfield.
1st and 10. It's on the 46. Pleasant Valley in the blue home jerseys, dark on their gray pants. Assumption with the red pants, the white jerseys. On the right side of your screen, the Knights 6-3. The Spartans 10-0. Mauser, the quarterback, a junior, what a years he's had, leading the MAC in throwing. Quick handoff and a quick hit. That wasn't Stelk this time. That was 74.
Cameron. Yeah, he was close to getting a handoff. I'll tell you what. Was it Kundert that had the ball? He made a nice play to get back to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, it was about a 3-yard loss.
He actually picked up a yard. I'll tell you what, we talked about in the pregame, just like we saw Pleasant Valley do to Bettendorf. A little bit smaller, but hitting the seams. And you'll see that with guys like Cameron, with like Mathis, Arguello, Luden will do it. A lot of quick guys over on that side of the ball, and Kaz will stun him. 2 receivers to the left side, that double stack. They like to go to that. Mauser looks that way, hits the slant, man. It's Taney. It's a little short, incomplete.
Yep. Thrown a little bit low to Taney, and that was a good smart throw because Taney was covered pretty well, it looked like, by Joe Bitterman, I believe.
Nice play, as we know that double stack out there. They do it twins, but they stack them behind each other, and they'll run the second guy on that slant. Mauser throws that. That's probably the first time all year I've seen him throw it short. He usually throws that pretty well.
Yeah, he usually zips that ball right in. A little cold tonight the way he zips it. It's going to hurt.
3rd and 10. Receivers to the right side. Fairman on the inside. Anthony is wide right.
Very tedious.
He's going to look right. Look in. There's some pressure. And the Knights are there. Look at Mauser staying on his feet. But he can only stay too much when there's 4 or 5 guys in there. Great pressure by the Knights.
A lot of pressure by Mathis for one. Number 61, Arguello. One more person was back there. I don't know who it was now, but that's all right. A lot of pressure.
It is 4th and 13. They sack him for a 3-yard loss.
A little bit of wind. A flag's blowing out pretty good down there.
2 very good offenses. Assumption runs the ball real well. Peavy's got balance. They're 1-2 in the conference, but we should point out 1 and 4 defensively as well. Pullman on the return. He's got a lane. Gets it up around the 30.
Pretty good coverage by Pleasant Valley the punt team there. Came down our lanes, good shape, and held them down pretty good.
Keep an eye on Pullman, as you know, Si, last week against West. That was pretty much the only offense either team had in the first half was a Pullman punt return. 1st and 10, ball on the far side hash, tight formation for Assumption. They don't branch it out quite as far. And they give it to the second back through. Looks like Bitterman going forward.
Was Bitterman a good gainer out there? Anthony out there to make the stop along with Taney, I believe, number 31, but not after they got a pretty good gain out of it.
Bitterman will go out after an 8-yard pickup. Bush will come in. Still on the far side, wide coming left, but they like that tight little wing back in motion. He'll come in motion for a step, they'll hike it, and he'll go. They go right to Russell, the fullback. Straight up, trying to get that first down. There's a fumble, and it's scooped up. They blew it dead. And I'll tell you what, nobody is upset as Jason Deal. Right?
He was gone. Jason had the ball, and it was gone. Not only that, had a blocker with him. But the referees had already blown the ball dead, so the ground must have caused that fumble.
I think he's going to be short of the first down. They were just trying to muscle it away. He did a good job, got a couple yards of it. 31, we'll call it from about the 39-yard line. 6:26 counting down, first quarter action, we're scoreless. Back to Russell, this time he's got it. 3 guys bringing him down. Look at the downfield block, and there's some hitting going on.
You bet. Russell looking good on the carry. Had a little opening off tackle, and away he went.
What a season he's had. The 180-pound sophomore fullback, 800-plus yards, 13 touchdowns.
He is impressive.
1st and 10, up near the 47-yard line. From the left hash, they bring that back in motion. They go to Russell again.
My
and
goodness.
I'll tell you what, he's had a season, but there were a couple of guys to meet him. I know Tommy Duncan was one of them.
Big Bill Fairman laid the big lick on down there. I'll tell you what, that was a hit. That was a hit.
Major league hit.
And we call Big Bill because, as you know, Little Bill, we've done this story before, but he's not really that big to get on. He got a good hit in there.
He plays big, doesn't he?
Hey, 6'2", 193. I guess that's good size for a high school kid.
Yes.
But I'm looking at ink and shirts, and out there, compared to those guys, 230, 280. He's a little guy. Oh, we got 2 backs in motion. You saw Pullman shift a little bit. Bitterman came. I think that was that double handoff they do.
Looked
they
like
give it to the one
might have been a
back,
reverse coming.
And
Yep.
they both got a little anxious on it.
I think Pullman thought it was coming the opposite side, and he took off, and Bush had already taken off. So, all right.
Collins will get the play as Bush brings it in. Bitterman goes out. It'll be 2nd and 15. Losing 5. We're at 5:22, first quarter here from Pleasant Valley. Taped out on Monday Night Football, if you were. There's the motion. Bush straight across motion. We don't see that a lot. Collins is going to roll out. Got a couple blockers in front of him. Only one receiver out there. He'll throw it to him. There's a flag.
Looked like Russell threw a block out there on Fairman. It looked pretty like a low block, maybe. We'll see.
So it is. Out of the zone, we'll see what it is. Yeah, Pleasant Valley, and it's Fairman clapping. Good eyes, huh?
Thank you. I got the old bifocals shined up tonight.
So 2 penalties in a row for Assumption.
Now, will they take that or will they decline that? If that's a clip, haven't seen what they called yet. It's going to be if
The Assumption film crew says it's a left jab, whatever that means.
Well,
Yeah.
if anybody knows what a left jab does, you do.
So they try to help us out. I mean, at least tell us what it is, just so I can see the ref motion.
We can't read those hand signals.
He's giving the motion for a left jab.
He's giving him the business.
All right.
Anyway, it's a big penalty, 15 yards back. Now it'll bring up, what, second and...
And you count them, huh?
I think, what, 30? It looks like about second and 26 they go.
All right.
Waited for the scoreboard to get with us. All the way back on their own 29. Wide receiver to left side. There's that little motion by Bitterman again. The counter, Bowman, on a 3-yard pickup.
Shirts and who else? Looked like Shirts on the tackle along with someone else. I missed the number, but they were right there to keep down the gain to about 2 or 3. It's going to bring up a 4th. Taney.
So it's 4th and 26. Excuse me, they'll say a 4th and 21. Long distance nonetheless, punting situation. Line up around his own 20 is Howland. Little heat, he gets it off. Nice punt. Taney this time's going to run it back. Got a blocker in front of him. Nice play. Was that Pullman out there, fought off the blocker and kept him inside? Good job.
Yeah, Russell and Pullman were down there. Number 72, Andy Stelk was down there. Good coverage there.
Good job. 2 good guys to send. You sent Pullman and Russell down there. You got some speed. Closing in. So Pleasant Valley, their second attempt. Assumption had a nice pickup, first down, and then the penalties got to him. That'll kill you.
Now they got the ball quite a ways upfield for the penalties they had there, I thought. Good punt, though.
Up at their own 38 on the far side, left hash. They bring it back in motion. They're going to look that way. No, it's a quick handoff to the fullback, and he's blasted. So Assumption answers with their own defense.
Setting up the pitch play here, it looks like.
Yeah, I thought, I thought Mauser was spinning, and here they were coming.
Yeah. Little inside trap, and
see, Cundert still got a couple of yards out of it.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
3 yards, and that's how he wears you down. Then he kind of kills you in the second half.
He and Russell don't get many negative carries, that's for sure.
2nd and 7. They get it past the 40 from their own 41. Assumption up tight as well, Si. Linebackers drop off now a little bit. And they're coming after him. Good job once again just to get a couple of yards.
Tough yards in there. That's Hanson again, I think.
Yep. 14, Hanson. He was their second leading rusher this season. 527 yards.
A little factor for Assumption now. Mike Dudley's back. He was injured about mid-season and has come back for the playoff game. So that helps Assumption's defensive line quite a bit.
Well, he came back from a tough injury, and now he's come back to help him out.
Right.
You were covering it on both ends. 3rd and 5 from their own 43.
Appreciate that.
They got the staggered backfield and looking to throw. That's a slant. He's got Thurman. First down up around the 40.
Yep.
Well, I said he throws that slant as well as anybody. Good ball fake to that fullback.
Nobody does it better, I think. Set up that with a little inside trap, run the pitch man out. Also, kind of a triple option thing there.
Well, you
Not
got to
really an
respect.
option, but you got 3 things you can do.
Well, you got to judge. You got to, as a defense, you got to watch for them. So it has the effect.
Yeah,
of
you got to cover them. That's right.
1st and 10. Move the chains. They're up around the 4. Now it's up around the 39 of Assumption. So a nice pickup. Now on the right hash, wide left. They're going to go that way. Once again, that
Big
fullback,
hole.
it's Hanson. First back through.
Still going.
Breaks a tackle, and he's up around another first down. Good job by Hanson, the first back through. I say fullback, but actually it's from the wing back, the first back.
Nice play off the left side. I don't believe it was trapped. I think it was just a quick hitter type thing. Got a lot of backfield movement, crossing and motion. And
they ask Hanson and Cundert to run the tough yards. They don't really give them a lot of outside opportunities there. You see them staggered. 32 to the inside is Cundert. 14 on the right is Hanson. Hanson again. First back through. Driving forward, driving. Nice seat. Just legs bumping.
Yeah.
He got the first down on the last one. He picks up about 5 more there.
Sign of a good running back, I think. Knees coming up high, just churning them, keeping the head down, but the eyes up, and get your 5 yards. And next play, 6 yards, I guess.
2nd and 4. Just shy of the 20. Anthony will go wide left. Little Bill Fairman comes wide right. Kaburski, the right tackle. Next to him is McEachran. Now they're looking to the left side, stagger that way. They go to the left. This time it's Cundert looking for the end zone. He gets around the 5 and they push him back.
Yep. And he did pay the price for that carry, Dan. He got a whale on pretty good. Looked like Joe Bitterman, but not until he got down to about the 7-yard line.
Well, that time they went the other way behind Schertz. And that's not a bad call either. I think Sherman's over there at the tackle, Schertz at the left guard.
Right. They got big John McEachran back now. Also, number 79 at the right guard spot.
Abel's the center. They're shifted left again. Hanson in the left half position. Oh, and he slips. He was going to Cundert again off that same hole, and he lost his footing.
Yep, a little cross block over there that time between the tackle and the guard. I think that's what they're. I think they ran that earlier. I just wasn't able to see it, but
we are scoreless in the first quarter. We're under a minute. Clock clicking down.
This quarter's zipping along.
And you gotta like that because it's a humid, hot night here. Beautiful day.
Yeah,
just see if you're paying attention.
I was waiting for you to take your shirt off.
39 seconds. PV trying to punch it in before the end of the quarter. Mauser under center. Goes to the right. Hanson driving behind that big line. Sherman and the boys pushing him back. He got right behind Kaburski.
Great. You got to talk about the surge again, Dan. A great surge of the offensive line, enabling Hanson to get up to the line of scrimmage, and then he does the rest with his leg pump and drive. 3rd and goal now from the 4. They were just inside. It was spotted about the 8, I guess, when he got pushed back. He was up around the 5, and they showed him back about 7 and 8. Looks like they're going to let the quarter run out here.
All right, and we'll let it run out as well. We'll scoreless, but knocking on the door is Pleasant Valley. When we come back, it'll be 3rd and goal from the 4 on Cox Communications, Channel 38. Woo!
Okay.
We are scoreless, but may not be for long. You're watching Cox Communications, Channel 38, Iowa State High School Football Playoffs 4A. Number 4 ranked Pleasant Valley with the ball. 3rd and goal on the 4. Assumption trying to make a defensive stop. Dan Burch and the soon-to-be-named Illinois head football coach Cy Robinson joining us in the booth. Chess. Mauser comes up to the line. You see that staggered backfield, a little bit tighter set. They're just going to throw it in that slant, and that's been a huge money play in the middle of the field from their own end zone on the goal line. They have so much confidence, Ed Morrissey, the staff, and Mauser to throw that play, and if Fairman catches it.
Beautiful play, and I'll tell you what, if he hadn't seen Fairman, Anthony was sitting over in the corner, and there wasn't anybody within 10 yards of him either, so Assumption definitely expecting to run there, Dan, and got the little flip pass.
First play of the second quarter, 4 yards. Mauser to Fairman. Clark in the kick, the PAT. Anthony with the hold, the snap good, down the hold, and we've got a 7-0 Pleasant Valley lead. Well, Fairman, as we said last week, and if people caught it, he can't really key on Anthony too much because Fairman's a heck of a receiver too.
That's right.
And they found that out there. He's talking to the Assumption staff.
Yeah, and that's not all. They've got, I think Taney can catch the ball, too. They've got a lot of people who can. Hanson caught the ball a few times before.
Talking to the Assumption staff, the assistant coaches, young Coach Fox, Jim's son, and Dan Brown, one of the sophomore coaches, and he said they were worried about the dive. He said, we're not stopping a simple dive, and that's what happens. You know, they're getting that surge out the ball with Hanson and Cundert, and all of a sudden, everybody's crashing down, and boom, and that's what we've seen PV do so great all this season. You watch him and you say, well, he's only getting 3, he's only getting 4, he's only getting 5. They're moving the chains, and then you try to really stuff them. They never really get dropped for a loss, and all of a sudden they hit that little slant.
It just, Ed Morrissey just has a knack of calling the right play at the right time, and I've always admired him for that, and I think he's a good football coach.
Well, maybe he can look at that Tepper
especially if he lets us in the press box.
Well, that's Minnick, and I got a bone to pick with him later on.
Oh, no.
Assumption will try to get it back. Now they're down 7-0. There's some blocks up front. He's got it seen. Once again, he could be gone. We're going to beat. It's Clark, and he's tackled at the 40.
Taney saved the day, Dan, at the PV 40. Looked like he was going to be gone, and Taney kind of snuck it from the outside and had the angle on him.
Typical my scouting report. I said, look for Pullman. He did it last week. So they kick it to Bitterman, and he takes it 60 yards up to the 40.
Oh, well, so
nice
much for
return.
scouting reports.
We see Bitterman have he's quicker than people think, because he didn't have some long runs this season. Just 150, he can scoot right by you.
Yep.
So 1st and 10, that's a way to get back in it, right? A quick answer, get you across midfield.
Well, we've said before, Assumption has a lot of guns in the backfield. Mathis carries it, Bitterman carries it, Bush carries it, along with Pullman, of course,
and Russell,
and the top dog, Russell.
Although spotted right at the 40. Just a few seconds have gone by in the second quarter, and we already got a touchdown and a nice return. After a scoreless first, Pleasant Valley on defense in the blue. They lead 7-0. 1st and 10 for Assumption. Pullman off the left side, a bunch of blockers in front of him. He hurdles over the pile and picks up about a good 4 or 5 yard gain.
Yep, Schertz comes from the backside and catches him from behind. Shows you some quickness from a 280-pounder, doesn't it?
Well, all the coaches we talked to in the conference, including yourself, you know, quick feet. You talk about that on a big guy. Hey, you know, anybody can sit there at the line and be big. You got to move and fill a gap. That's what you got to do. 2nd and 6. Russell off the left side. He's got the first down. Looking to shoot down the sidelines. Nice pickup.
Now they're looking good moving the ball. Who was that? It looked like Jason Deal came up from his outside halfback spot over there and made a tackle. Good tackle, good open field tackle.
First down, up around the 25. We're a minute gone by first quarter. Once again, Pleasant Valley leading 7-0. Mauser to Fairman, 4-yard slant for the score. Back coming the other way. They go to Russell right side. Look at him running a little high. Every so often he gets a little high, but one thing, he always keeps those legs going.
Yes, he does, and pretty good effort there by looks like Taney again around the ball, Fairman around the ball, Schertz around the ball. Number 67, Jim Miller around the ball. He's kind of unsung. He's around the ball a lot too.
2nd and 6, 4-yard pickup for Russell. Once again, the leading rusher, the sophomore, coming in.
Little disappointed in the Pleasant Valley fans, Matt Miller, Jim Miller. We don't have much info on them.
I'll give it to you in a second. Ooh. Russell and blasted again. That's Fairman again. He's coming hard.
I'll tell you what, Big Bill has got himself a couple sticks of the week so far, and we're only in the second quarter.
The Millers are not related. That's why we don't have information, unlike the Abels and Higgs.
All right. I feel
Two of the Hansons are, one of them aren't.
Duncans, we got related Duncans and unrelated Duncans.
There you go, coaches and players alike. I go back to our old notes. 3rd and 5. That was a 1-yard pickup. Tight formation still. They're going to have Collins roll up. Nice block out there. He's got the first down and more, trying to dance the sidelines. It's Fairman again with the stick, but they're going to
get nailed for hitting him out of bounds, Dan, I think.
Yep. Nice block. I think it was Shebelhut out there, 55.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw that number. I didn't see what the number was.
He was leading Collins. They did a nice job. Collins just ball faked to Pullman and pulled the ball and went running around that left side.
Yeah, and all of the people we've mentioned tonight that can carry the football, we haven't mentioned
about Collins.
We forgot about it. And
I don't know.
Motor.
That's his key.
Yeah. Little bit out of bounds.
Collins was tiptoeing that sideline. As you mentioned, Fairman's fired up. It's a playoff game. He's had 2 big sticks. He's just, pursuing the ball.
Yes, he is.
Got him out of bounds, step or two, and it'll bring up 1st and goal. Now, the situation we were just down here a moment ago with Pleasant Valley, now Assumption in that same situation. Actually, they're inside the 5-yard line, starting off at the 4. Look for Russell. That's where they go. Left side. He's going to find the end zone. Yep. 7-6 ball game. And some little young Assumption Rising Knight fans out there to congratulate him.
Yeah, everybody pinching down defensively, and that just opens it up right off tackle to the outside, and he could have gone on that for a long ways.
Willis will come in to kick and tie it up. O'Brien with the hold. Snap good. Hold, kick.
Good.
We're tied, 7-7. So both touchdowns are from 4 yards out, a little different route though. Russell set to go inside, goes outside. And the other one went through the air, of course.
Good series by the Assumption Knights there. Both offenses now starting to fire up a little bit. Both of them were aided by kind of a penalty situation, so all things are evening out here.
That's fair because most offenses get stalled by penalties.
That's right.
We've got a tie ball game after a scoreless first quarter. It's 7-7, 9:34 in the second.
Okay, who we got deep here?
Willis will kick it off. It should be Taney and Anthony deep. It is. Anthony, number 11, will be on the right side of your screen as we follow the ball down. Taney on the left. Up back is Hanson. Willis will kick it off. Assumption set. Approaching the ball at his own 40. Kicks it Anthony's way. Chris comes up at the 10. Gets up to the 20.
Got some room
Makes
over
2,
there.
3 people miss and dives up around the 27.
Good shoestringer over there by number 24 for Assumption. Mike Walsh, 150-pound junior.
Nice return, though.
Good return. Good job by Assumption kickoff team coming down their lanes, making the plays, and excellent job over there by Walsh coming down.
Mauser comes in. Quarterback for Pleasant Valley. As we said, he led the conference. Over 1,000 yards, 1,169, 9 touchdowns. Most of them to number 11, of course. 7 that way. Mauser, and he's looking that way.
Ooh, I'm not so sure that was thrown forward.
I'll tell you what, Mauser wasn't so sure either because he was the first one going after it.
Referee finally blew it.
Well, Mauser looked like he was throwing to Anthony. It looked like he was throwing to Anthony and kind of hesitated when the defense was there and then thought about, I don't know, what, it just got slipped out of his hand or something because he drilled it right at Hanson's feet.
He drilled it right in the ground, that's for sure.
But he was looking, it looked like one of those where Anthony was going to step 1 yard off the line and come back for it. And they read it nice. You know, the assumption, as we said, playing him up tight. Pullman's out there on him. 2 receivers to the left side, the near side in your screen. Mauser's going to hand off to to Hanson. At halfback, first back through. Jess, earlier you were washing down that Mellow Yellow with some, what did you eat previous? Tacos, did you say? That's what I thought, my friend. His own hand warmers, I guess. 9 minutes remains in the second. It's tied up 7-7. Anthony and Fairman come wide left again. It is 3rd and 8 from their own 28, Pleasant Valley. Mauser looking this way, looking over the middle of the field, overthrows. Anthony, actually, I thought he overthrew Anthony. It was intended for Fairman, maybe. Either way, batted down nicely.
Yeah, Anthony had about 3 steps on Gary there, and he was open, but the ball was thrown to Fairman, I guess.
At first, Anthony was kind of open. He either overthrew Anthony or threw Fairman maybe a bit short.
Yeah,
either way, like
a bit of a screwed up pattern would be my guess.
Yeah, because they're both in the same neighborhood. Clark will punt. He's up around his own 12-yard line. You know, Assumption's coming after it. Looks like they have about 13 guys up there. Oh, somebody may have jumped. No flags. Nice punt by Clark. Punt. Backs up Pullman up near his own 35. He's trying to make some moves, but with 4 blue jerseys in front of him, not much he can do.
Yep. Excellent job by number 25 for Pleasant Valley, Pete Priester, and also number 84, Shane Snakenberg on the coverage. They just come down and they kind of did a little footwork, and Pullman had no place to go.
Well, with 8:26 left in the first half, Assumption gets it back. We're all tied up 7-7. 1st and 10, that tight formation. You should see a back come in motion. It's Pullman coming right to left. A quick toss to him. Little Green Bay sweep action for a couple of yards.
Russell just running hard to the outside. Looking for something counter coming back here in a minute. The pursuit of Pleasant Valley is tremendous. They're going to have to keep somebody on this backside, or they're going to find somebody coming back away from them.
Teams like Pleasant Valley and Assumption, for that matter, when they're so well coached, you'll hit an occasional play.
Oh, yeah.
But then they'll adjust to it, too. They're pretty well disciplined. That's Russell off the left side. Center runs a little high, but always running hard.
Right. Good sure tackle by Bill Fairman. Bill R., the big Bill.
He's got about 7-8 tackles already.
He does. He's all over the place.
Picks up about 3 or 4. 3rd and 4.
Gannon ain't coming off.
3rd and 4 from their own 43, wide side of the field, the bottom of your screen right. and they're going to look that way.
I think that's going to be a first down, Dan. That's Bush carrying it, wasn't it? Bitterman, my fault.
It's okay, number 5, number 6. Tough to see up
6'5", looking like to me.
They're going to give it to him without a measure.
Ooh.
Pleasant Valley press box up here. They were chanting no, I believe.
That was close. It really was.
Well, they'll give it to him, move the chains, get the clock going. 1st and 10 for their own 47. 3-yard shot at midfield. It's on the near side now, right in front of you. Hash mark there, you see the Assumption huddle. Greg Blau, one of the receivers, he'll come wide right. 84, the other receiver there. John Schrader wide left. So they've got a 2-receiver split. Pullman's going to go in motion across. This passing. Collins out the ball right here in the flat. He makes one man miss. It's Taney. Well, good job. I'll tell you what, 5 guys all over him. He's slippery.
He did. He did a nice job running the ball there. Greg Blau on a reception. I believe, yes.
Now, Cass, not afraid to tip it off. He says, hey, if we're going to throw, we got to throw anyway. Came out with 2 receivers, so you kind of knew they were in that situation. And a lot of times when Assumption does throw, you'll see that motion in front of the fullback. You won't see him belly back, and that's usually where you can see it coming.
They like to give the defense a lot of things to look at.
Now they're tight again. Blau comes in. This time they're going to go Pullman on the left side. He runs outside the block of Russell.
Yeah, nice job by Luke Voss coming up from his outside. I think he's the outside halfback over there on the far side. Came up and grabbed him by the shirt and ripped him down. See, Collins is coming back away from the plate, setting up a little counter action. But I'll tell you what, Cheney's right there looking at him. So
it negates the first down reception by Blau because they lose 6, and now they're back to 3rd and 7. That's one of Pullman. He's got good speed, but one of his, weaknesses is sometimes he tries to rely on it too much and pop it outside.
Right.
Collins looking to throw. Lost it out in the flat to Blau. He's got it.
That's going to be a first down.
Greg Blau.
That was a great throw, Dan. It just kind of lofted over to about 4 defenders, and Blau snatched it.
I'll tell you, Blau, we've seen him play DB and make some plays, but all of a sudden, big receiver, 2 big receptions for him.
I'm impressed with the thrower here. He had to really just kind of lay that ball in there.
Over about 3 blue jerseys and in front of 2 other ones. 1st and 10. They're up around the 35 of Pleasant Valley. There's Pullman working that left side again. Now he's behind the blockers, getting up in there.
Good D here. Creighton Duncan comes up with the ball, but it was after the whistle.
We'll see where they spot it. They'll spot it up around the original line of scrimmage, maybe give him a yard or 2.
They had the sweep going to the left side. A lot of blockers out there in front of it. Duncan just defensed it and kind of grabbed Pullman and came out into the backfield with it, and it was not much of a gain.
We're under 5 minutes here in the second quarter. We're tied 7-7. Pleasant Valley unbeaten on the season. One of their wins, of course, against this Assumption club in a close battle that went down to the final play. Collins is going to roll out, get a block in front of him, tuck it. And be short of a first down, but a nice little 5-6 yard pickup.
It was. That was a good play. That's the counter thing I was talking about a while ago. We get a lot of flow to the backside, get a lot of pursuit going for Pleasant Valley. All of a sudden, he's able to pop up there for a 5-6 yard gainer. I
know Ryan Toohey was one of the blockers out there in front. And I think Geary was the other. Yeah, because they got him playing guard.
From his guard spot, right.
Russell left side. It's going to be short of first down. That's a great stop by PV.
Well, we'll see if they mark this and not make a measurement.
No, I think they're going to mark it. It's going to be noticeably short. Short by at least a yard, a good yard. So 4th and 1.
4 down territory.
Do you go with Russell, the big fullback, or do you try to get outside of this big PV defense with Collins? We'll see. Russell right side. The surge. Depends where they spot it.
Who knows? Oh, it's going to be close. If the near official spotted that ball, it looks like it's going to be a first down.
Well, they did just what our first option was. You blast with Russell, which has worked all season. Pleasant Valley's defense stops him.
Well, I'll tell you what,
these refs are confident. It's going to equal out because PB will argue, hey, they give that one first down without measuring, and they turn around and do the same thing, say it's a stop. But very competent officiating crew. No need to measure tonight, boys. I got it.
Yeah, a little chilly out here. Let's not get these chains out here.
Maybe they've got a deal. So PB gets it back. 1st and 10 from their own 28. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. We're tied at 7s. Hansen off the right side. Breaks in his front. They makes one guy miss. Nice first down pickup, Kevin Hansen.
Nice run out there. Finally brought down by Tim Mathis out there, and a little bit of help from Gary and company, but nice run off the right side.
Hansen did a good job of making that first guy miss. Give him a 12-yard pickup. Up around the 42. Wide side is now left. Anthony comes wide left. Somebody come out and get him.
I think they got him double covered out here.
Mauser.
With Pullman.
Come on, Taney.
Holy mackerel.
Look at that play. Taney with about a 25-yard pickup all the way down around the 25. He got more than 25.
Dan, I was watching Anthony out here on the double coverage. Didn't see what happened, did you?
Mauser they went and rolled right.
All right.
And Taney off that wing back. It looked like Mauser was out there in front of him. He ran right by him. I thought Mauser had it on a keeper first, and then it was Taney running down that right sideline.
Taney wound up with it. Good play out there. I know that.
Well, that's what they do, too. They run Anthony like you and I, even wide left, and we keep our eyes on them. They go up the short side of the field.
They tricked us again.
Timeout. 2:57 left in the half. We're tied up 7-7. PV with the momentum here, 1st and 10. There you see Pleasant Valley in our huddle. Snakenberg is 84. Mauser 13, the quarterback. Anthony's number 11. That is Kundert, your fullback, 32, facing the coaching staff. 74, one of the big linemen. That's Kaburski. He works the tackle.
Ed Morrissey giving him the chat out there. Mike Duncan chatting with the official.
Shirts the big kid off with a helmet. He could probably play without the helmet half the games this season. And he's one of those kids, look, he's already got the beard going. He's not only a man size-wise, looks like he's already.
Yeah, I've been shaving since he's about 7. I figured.
And I'm going to give him the water, give him some instructions, run him back out there. Nick Abel, 60s, a center, jogging out there. McEachran, 79, coming back from the injury.
Snakenberg, 84. I don't know if we mentioned him or not.
So that's the Pleasant Valley offense. Number 1 in the conference, and most of them play both ways, or a few of them anyway. Number 1 in defense as well. And number 4 in the state. 10-0. 1st and 10. Hansen. Off that right side, getting on the outside. He broke that last one for about 10. Nothing doing this time. Somebody was up around the ankle side.
Yeah, pretty good D. Looks like, yeah, it was. It was number 6, I think. Pat Bush made the play out there, among others, but
somebody was hanging on the ankle. They said, you turned it last time, Hansen, not this time. Gets about 2 yards. 2nd and 8.
Good play by Bush. Looked like there was going to be a little bit more area, running room out there, but there wasn't.
Well, I like that quick hitter on the tight side. Now wide side left, nobody out there. Anthony is wide and a tight wide to the right. Now coming to the left. Kundert, fullback dive.
Big
huge
hole.
hole.
Big hole.
Huge hole, another first down. He'll be up around the 10.
It's the inside hitter, Dan. I don't know if it was trapped or not.
That was
not
just a
looking
huge
in the right
hole.
place, but I'll tell you what, there was a big hole there, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was a trap, just the nature of the backfield action.
Kind of a break here. It's just this side, and when I say this side, just this side, I mean Pleasant Valley side of the 10.
They could pick up a first down on about the 8-inch line, couldn't they?
So it's 1st and 10 from, I don't know, 1st and 10 from the 11. It's not the 11. Handoff straight up the middle to Kundert. A couple more.
And Schertz is getting up a little slow out there. Matter of fact, he's not up.
Uh-oh.
Looks like
Not
he's
a good
holding a
sign.
knee or an ankle.
And that's a terrible sign. Here in the playoffs, not only one of the better players on their team, but also one of the guys who you know can play some college ball.
You betcha.
Let's take a break. There's 1:44 left in the half. It's 7-7. We'll bring it back here with an update. Hopefully it's a good one on Cox Communications Channel 38. A good sign. Schertz not only got up on his own power, he ran off.
Ran off
almost
the
high
field,
knee,
so-
like he was going through ropes. So kind of convinced everybody I'm okay. Just shake it off. He's on the bench right now, getting his helmet adjusted as well. And just
one
kind
of those little minor owies, I call them.
Well, it's 2nd and 8 from about the 8.5. Hansen trying to run that right side again. And Cameron and a few of the others from Assumption over there stuffing him at about the 5.
Pretty good job stopping his momentum up there. Looks like number 61,
Yeah,
maybe.
Corey Luden was in there.
Arguello and Luden. Or wait a minute, which one is which?
They switched numbers.
They didn't
tonight.
do that again, did
Tonight
they?
I got Arguello 2 and Luden 61.
All right, that was Luden.
You know, they both make a lot of plays. I don't worry about it.
Well, if we just mention them both,
they're both.
we won't
I
miss.
figure that. I bet you they both make about 7-8 tackles a game.
Yeah, yep.
Well, big play here. 3rd and 4 from around the 5. It's a slant they're looking for again. No, he lobs it out to Anthony. Touchdown.
Beautiful.
Brad Pullman's looking for a push.
Yep.
Saying he Michael Irvin me here, but I'll tell you what, Anthony, how many times have we seen that right before the half? Si, that is the 3rd or 4th game this season we've seen that.
Yep, you're right. And I'll tell you what, Pullman's got what on
Great play. Nice play by Mouse.
With 42 seconds left. 42 seconds left and a half. It's now 13-7. Clark will come in and try the PAT. 5-yard pass. Mauser with 2 passes. I thought we'd see the slant again, but no, it's the timing fade. And Anthony, like you said, it's about 6 inches. They list Anthony at 6'4", and I'm going to check to make sure because I'm doing it off of memory, of course. Anthony 6'4", and as you said, Grant Pullman 5'10", so that's exactly what it is, 6 inches.
Yeah. Having a little trouble with the mic here.
Well, I've been doing this with you for 2 years, and I think you have trouble with the mic constantly. Oh, the equipment you're talking about. Okay, I'm sorry. Cy Robinson, Dan Burge, Cox Communications, Jess running the camera, running the show, running it all, engineering, doing the batteries, and getting Cy hopefully back online. Clark will come in to kick now. Clark will come in for the PAT. Just giving me a hand signal, so hits 2nd attempt. Looks like it's good. It is. 14-7, but still 42 seconds left here and a half. And as we mentioned, Bitterman had the nice return last time. Pullman had the nice return last week. So we'll see what they can go. Can't really much of a return here. Arguello on the return. 61. I want to see something coaching staff at the half, which one that is. Is it Luden or Arguello? Arguello 61. You're right, Cyrus. You won't hear Cy now. We've got about 35 seconds left in the half. It's 14-7. Pleasant Valley leading. That was the score of the regular season match. 14-7, so we're about first and 10. Across the fullback. Looking right is Collins. Blau open again. That's his 3rd reception. He's going to get it up out of bounds if he's smart, and he does.
I'll put that in there.
No, let's use your one.
You're on 2, Dan. Okay, am I back with you yet?
First and 10. I don't know if I'm with you. We had batteries changing. I just kept talking. That's nothing new. 21 seconds left in the half. It's 14-7. Assumption has the ball. They trail Pleasant Valley. Up around midfield. Collins under center. Pullman across the middle. Again, motion right in front of the fullback. Rolling left, looking left, throwing that way. Bitterman with the catch, trying to get out of bounds. Did he?
Yes,
I don't know,
he
but
did.
the ref
I believe
got
he
out
did.
of bounds, I think.
Ref
Jumped
just
over
about
it.
got taken down, but yeah, you got 13 seconds on. Got out of bounds. What about? It's going to be 3rd and 2, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and about
Or 2nd and 2, my fault.
2 up around the 42-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 3 up around the 41. 13 seconds on the clock. Collins in at quarterback still. Lone fullback back there is Russell. Collins looking, Blau in the flat. Looking across, looking for the throwback post. He's going to try to zip it into Pullman.
That could be a
It's
flag.
going to be a flag.
Yeah, pretty obvious, Dan.
On Anthony, and
Yep.
Pullman's happy because he feels a little vindicated for that touchdown.
Yeah, it's going to be an automatic first down, and that was pretty obvious pass interference there, I thought.
Well, throw for the end zone quickly.
You bet.
Now, not much of a wind, although if there was any wind, we'd all be dead. It's so cold up here. We're about probably under 20 degrees now.
Yeah, in the
This
last
Monday
5
Night
minutes,
Football.
the wind has just died, I think.
So not much of a win, so I don't know if that comes into play with Willis kicking, but you figure Kazmarek will shoot for the end zone. 14-7 is the score. Pleasant Valley leading it. Once again, they met earlier in this season, and that was the final score as Pleasant Valley won it. They finished the season undefeated, 10-0. Assumption comes in 6-3. Remember that one game canceled down in Muscatine.
Well, Willis is on the field, Dan Knight. It looks
Maybe
like
we will
they
see
might
the
have
kick.
maybe going to try to put 3 on the board here. And he's
4
probably
seconds
got
left.
the leg to do this, too.
All right,
That's no doubt
27,
about
you
it.
This will be like a 44-yard kick. You see it spotted just inside the 35.
Jim O'Neill assures us he has a leg.
That O'Neill guy's been lying to me for years up here. Willis in the kick. Got a little bit of an angle, as you can see, kicking from the right hash. 44-yard field goal attempt. Snap, nice hold, the kick. It's going to be a little short, it is. So we're going to the halftime. We're going to go into the halftime with a 14-7 Pleasant Valley lead, and I know we'll have stats coming back for the second half.
Yes,
Stay
indeed.
tuned. You're watching Cox Communications MAC Conference Football. It's Iowa 4A playoffs. Pleasant Valley 14, Assumption 7. We'll be back with the second half.
He had leg. He was just wide.
You bet.
That was short.
You want to do the second half of the stretcher? What the hell? Hospital bed. Full hospital bed on your way.
We get set to start the second half. It is 14-7, Pleasant Valley leading Assumption. As we count it down, we, as usual, get the PV stats. J.R. Kundert leading the way with 42 yards. Actually, Kevin Hansen had 51 to lead the way. It was one carry for 33 yards. Matt Taney had that big burst up the tight right side. And we have Fairman for a 22-yard catch, a touchdown. Anthony has a touchdown as well. So both of them competing. Fairman 2 catches. Anthony just a 1 catch, but a nice touchdown to give them the 14-7 lead. And those were both the 2 passes. Mauser's only 3 of 6, but 2 touchdowns. You can't knock that.
No way.
I look on the tackles. Big Bill Fairman, well, we said he was up around 10. We have him at 9 tackles, 7 solos, and 2 assists. So he's definitely, as you put it, Si, all over the field. Now, it's been a good ball game. He had the field goal right before the half missed by Willis and Assumption. But, we are scoreless at the end of 1. They both marched down. We had some help with some penalties. And, as usual, PV barely ahead on a Chris Anthony acrobatic touchdown catch. That's about the 3rd time we've said that this year.
That was a nice catch right over the top of Pullman. As we mentioned before, he's 6 inches taller than Pullman, and plus he looks like he can slam dunk a
He's one of the better
easy.
basketball players, yeah.
But that was a great catch over there, and a really fine throw by Mauser. Just threw it up right where he had to throw it. And
Assumption's touchdown was scored. 9:34 remaining in the second. A 4-yard touchdown run by Russell. You see the captains going out once again. Pullman and Holland and Willis and Geary for Assumption, and it's Anthony Schertz, Fairman, and Inc. for the Pleasant Valley Spartans. It's 14-7. That's the score we got from the teams that they'll be facing. Iowa City High apparently leading Dubuque while at last we heard 14-7. Of course, the winner of this game takes on the winner of that game and another step in the Iowa 4A state playoffs. Actually, that would be to the Final Four, I guess, right, Si?
right. 4 left after tonight.
Shirt's out there running around. He looks healthy. We saw him go down. A scary sight there. Grabbing the knee, going down on that goal line right before the Anthony touchdown catch from Mauser.
Came off the field like he shook it off pretty good, though, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Too bad we didn't have it on camera. Just once again, if you want tapes to this game, Family Ties Productions, give Cox Communications a call. Ask about the high school games. Jess and Family Ties Productions, I'll set you up with that. You can pick up copies or dubs of this game through Family Ties Production.
Noticed WOC Jim Fox interviewing Amy Baker a while ago.
Sure.
We want to wish Amy and the North High Wildcats a lot of luck
State
Friday at the state volleyball 3A.
I said it was 14-7, and I swear I'm not dyslexic. He just said it's 41-7 Iowa City High already. And we just heard it was at the start of the half. We heard 14-7, so we'll check on it.
All right, we're ready to go.
All right,
Coach.
ready to go. Second half action. Willis up to kick. He nails it deep towards Taney. He's going to grab it about his own 8-yard line. A wall out in front of him. Up around the 20. And he's hit up around the 24.
Nice job, Russell.
That's Russell, 43, and on the stick.
Right there. Looked like he had a lane, and Russell just closed it up. That's all there is to it.
We start the second half. 1st and 10 at the 24.
Be interesting to see what adjustments we might have defensively because both offenses are moving the ball pretty kind of good there at the end of the half.
Anthony goes wide right. Fairman goes out behind him in that double stack. Hanson and Kundert in the backfield behind Mauser and behind that line. The line surges out. Kundert goes off the right side for about 3-4 yard pickup.
Done it all year long, right off the right side, just straight blocking, good surge off the ball. Pop, 5 yards, 4 yards gain.
Fairman will run out. Taney will go in. They rotate, much like Bitterman and Bush do for the Assumption Knights.
Bill S. Fairman in now, little Bill.
Anthony wide to the left, and Little Bill out there on the right side. Taney at the wing back position. Staggered backfield, Kundert and Hanson. Somebody moves. Nice try by Hanson. And our coaches used to say every time, if you go, just go in motion.
Yep. Yes.
You know, if you jump and he stuttered just a little bit too much.
It's easier said than done.
But I saw the effort he took that. If you just take the one step and go, you're okay.
Yeah, just turn right or left
You
and
know
go.
what? Because we haven't seen Hanson do that. Now, a guy like me, when I played, I jumped off all the time, so I was second nature. That's his problem. He's too solid a player. But it was a night effort. But
The only problem, if he'd have gone in motion, he was probably supposed to get the football, and then they were in real trouble.
That's when you look at the quarterback as you go by him and say, quarterback, keep off tackle, my friend. So they lose 5 there, and it goes back to 2nd and 11. Kind of negates the pickup on the first carry. Mauser. That slant. Overthrows. Fairman. Picked off.
Isn't it?
Bitterman got it. I'll tell you what, we saw Mauser overthrow Fairman. That's the first time we've seen him miss on that slant. And he pays. Nice play by Bitterman, just staying home and staying with it.
Fairman will be hitting himself in the head. He should have brought that ball down, hit him right in the hands, and it's a cold night out there.
Thank you. I was just going to get to that.
I don't want to take anything away from him because he's a great ball player, but he probably should have caught that ball. That's a great heads-up play, though, by Bitterman. The
old adage is they come to Pullman off the left side. He's got blockers out in front of him, but I tell you what, PV just shuts that down quickly.
Great pursuit of football. That's a great mark of a defense there. And just picking out a couple numbers here. Looks like ink number 52, Big Bill Fairman out there.
All the usual suspects.
You bet. Half a yard gain.
Tell you what's interesting, like you said, the old adage, it hits the hands, you should catch it. But on a night like this, it hits your hands. You're lucky they don't break off.
Yeah, it needs to hit you in the chest, I guess.
2nd and 10, motion the other way. That's a double handoff. Pullman.
Oh, Shirts
came across and slowed it down. That could have made the difference.
Yeah, he sniffed it out big time and missed the play. But they got to shut down over on the right side. Looked like maybe number 67. Oh, there's a Miller maybe. Just a guess. We haven't mentioned him for a while anyhow.
We'll give it to him. 3rd and 9.
We need to set that offensive line of Assumption, Dan. I don't think we've done that for quite a while. It's Furlong onto football at center.
Furlong's the center, breaks out number 50. Shovelhut's in there, Reed's in there as well. We'll get you the rest after this play. Collins looking right. Belly's back.
Oh, wide
Inks
open.
coming after him. Throws it to Pullman. Nice catch by Grant Pullman. Turning away behind him. Now, you said he missed a guy out there.
Yeah, he did.
Like
deep,
a
but I
throwback
don't,
post got him.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, you got Ink behind you, probably swearing and spitting and coming at. I'm sorry, Mrs. Ink, not swearing, of course.
That's
probably
right.
spitting and coming at you, yelling your name, and Collins was just looking the other way.
Scratch the swearing, but he was spitting. Yeah, Blau was open on the post pattern by 5 yards probably, but anyhow.
First down, great catch.
You bet.
Threw it out there in the flat, a little bit behind him. I'll come the other way. Russell off the left side. He's got a nice hole spinning.
Whoops.
And there is flags all over.
There's going to be a face mask right there.
Face mask. Jess is saying it. Actually, our cameraman, Jess Medina, said earlier they missed the face mask. So that time they surely didn't miss it. I'm sure the Assumption staff told them they missed the last one. So that time you saw a little parade here on Veterans Day. Flags all over the place.
That's going to take it down. We're going to put 15 on the spot there, and that's going to take it down half the distance, I believe.
We'll see where they spot it. It was 1st and 10. He had about a 7-8 yard pickup to begin with. And they're going to march it inside. You're going to have 1st and goal, it looks like, Si.
Yeah, on about the 5.
Yeah. Well, right there, let's say 7.
Okay,
As they
half the
spot
distance,
it,
as we said.
You watch it as we watch it. The referee's spotting it. 1st and goal from the 7. Furlong breaks out the huddle. Ryan Toohey's one of the tackles. We didn't mention him earlier. We'll get him in on the right side. Collins going to roll out. He's going to get a block from Toohey. Shoot for the corner. Look at the quickness. He's in. He can scoot. We told you to watch that before.
And that was a great call right there because we've seen the pursuit of the Pleasant Valley people, and all of a sudden Collins counters it on the keeper, and he's wide open. He just sprints him to the corner.
I'll tell you, I said Toohey, he was the right tackle, but it might have been Gary out there, the right guard, 78. I think I screwed up on the number, but nonetheless, it was a good block.
There's a big post in my way.
It was a good block nonetheless out there. I know Toohey was the right tackle, but I think they pulled Gary from that right guard spot, and he made the block. Nonetheless, they both did a good job pinning it down. He got outside, Fairman and Taney and the ball, everybody out here, and just beat him to the corner. 14-13, big kick for Willis. Missed the field goal before the half. Doesn't miss the PAT. We're all tied up, 14.
Okay.
That was what, a 7-yard touchdown scamper by Collins.
By Collins. Just a keeper, a little counter keeper, and just sprinted him to the post over there.
So with 8:57 in the third, we're all tied up 14-14. Collins, a 7-yard quarterback keep. Really wasn't a bootleg. I just call it a straight keep, wouldn't you say?
He did have a lot of action going the opposite way, though. So
I'll tell you what, as two by air for Pleasant Valley, 2 on the ground. Not necessarily the sea, but 2 on the ground for Assumption. They run theirs in from 7 yards out. The second touchdown by Collins. The first one from 4 by Russell. And pretty much the same type of distance on the touchdowns from Mauser. 4-yarder to Fairman, 5-yarder to Anthony. So both of them getting in there on 1st and goal and taking advantage of it. Willis made good of the PAT. He'll kick it off back to Pleasant Valley. We're tied up at 14. So we've got a good one going on here at Pleasant Valley. Spartans without a blemish on the record, undefeated. Assumption trying to change that. Taney receives it at his own 15. Couple blockers in front of him trying to get outside. He slips a couple tackles, still on his feet, gets it up around the 24.
Okay. Adam Walber's on the tackle. There's a name we haven't seen on special teams. Good job by Adam coming down and making the play.
So 1st and 10, ball on the near side, hash in front of their own bench. You're viewing it from the Pleasant Valley Press Box, the home team side. That is the Pleasant Valley Spartans in the blue. Mauser is the quarterback. Last time out, he threw an Oski. We haven't seen many this year. They go to the ground. Morrissey's going to keep it down there. Hanson fighting for a couple, and he's pushed back.
Good defense again. Looks like number 84, John Schrader for Assumption, right initially making a tackle, and they've also had Schrader a little bit of one-on-one with Anthony because he has good height out there. Schrader looks like he might be 6'2" or 3.
Sure, Schrader will come out here. He'll be outside on the right of your screen of the defense, 84. Now he'll shift left and go out there exactly by Anthony, way out to the top of your screen.
Little man-on-man out there.
Bush will come to the right side and guard Snakenberg, the tight end. Mauser hands off to Hanson. He does a nice job breaking tackles. Nice shoestring tackle. I think that's Greg Blau on the bottom.
Yeah, it was. And good thing he was there, Dan, because a little bit, just a hair more, and Hanson was gone.
Well, we've been told Arguello's 61 and Luden's 2,
right?
Okay. So I'll get them straight. They're man on the inside. They shift around. Luden comes to the right. Split backs. They got that double stack out at the top of your screen. Mauser tries to go that way. They try to go back to Hanson, and that time,
nothing doing.
I'll tell you what, it's Luden, Arguello, whichever one's which. They're both there. 2 and 61, along with number 63, Mike Dudley.
Mathis also right there. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm sure they're going to see up in the press box now. That time they had the stacked twins out there, and they got Pullman out there on Anthony again. You got that little height mismatch. We'll see if they take advantage of that here pretty soon.
And Pullman comes out on Anthony to the bottom of your screen. There you see him. Tighter backfield. Double handoff. They go back Assumption, trying to give them a little bit of their own medicine.
Nice
Nothing
play.
doing.
Nice play.
Assumption D says, we see that every day in practice.
You bet. Pat Bush. Pat Bush, great play.
And Bush is usually the guy involved in that one. So he and Taney, it's kind of interesting. The same guys play the same positions as you see on a lot of high school levels. But, yeah, it's Taney tackling Bush and then Bush tackling Taney.
Same, yep.
And playing that wing back, that defensive end linebacker position on a D. 3rd and 9 from their own 40. 6:41 remains in the third quarter. We're tied up at 14s. Mauser straight drop, some heat, screen. Hanson's got it. He's got blockers in front of him. Nice
beautiful block out there.
First down.
Holy cow. I don't know if it was Schertz or Nick Abel, but somebody made just a heck of a block out there. It might have been Nick Abel coming from the inside downfield.
They set that up nicely.
It really was.
Got the first down. I'll tell you, good pursuit. That was number 2. Once again, it's Luden.
Never mind.
Luden ran him out of bounds. Good pursuit, because he had to run that back from the backside about 10 yards the other way.
Beautiful.
1st and 10 across midfield, spotted on the 47 of Assumption. Wide right, but the receivers to the left side. Kundert, straight fullback dive. Oh, he's near another first down. Great second effort.
Looked like a little trap play, and Nick Abel coming across on the trap. A nice opening on the right side. 9 yards. Quick hitter there.
6 minutes left in the third quarter. PV with a nice drive. He's going to be short of a first down. We'll call it 2nd and about a yarder. Anthony wide left. Fairman goes to the right, the top of your screen. Kundert fullback. Hanson staggered to the left. They're tight on Anthony at the bottom of your screen. Mauser looking that way. He's going to loft it to Anthony. Trying to strike another pick.
Yep.
Second pick. I said it was Bush. He was tight up on him.
He was.
You saw it in your screen. You could see it setting up right in front of you. And Mauser just tried to force it in there, and that's the second pick. Well, we get Bitterman and Bush mixed up 5 and 6, but we know they each got an Oscar.
That's right. Yeah, that was I'm sure Mauser was batting himself in the head as soon as he threw that, because Bush was right there.
Well, he was never a yard from him from the snap of the ball.
And he was Anthony double covered all the way, Bush under, and looked like maybe I don't know who over, but anyhow.
1st and 10. Collins are going to try to roll him outside the other way, left side. Nice pickup, starting to drive. I'll tell you what, Collins is definitely poised running out there. Looks like he's out for a little jog around Vanderveer or something. He was in no hurry. Give me a block over here. Okay, I'm going to cut back.
Show me a white shirt block and I'm gone. Good pickup out there by Collins.
2nd and 2.
I like the way he just waits for things to happen. When he
Ball
learns
on their own 31. We'll see if he waits for it to happen here. No motion. Now it comes. They go to their fullback, Russell.
Inside, just a quick inside trap. Good play.
First down. We're under 5 minutes in the third. 1st and 10. Up around the 37. So 2 interceptions. He's probably only got 3 or 4 the whole season. 2 here in the second half. Pullman off the left side. He turns the corner. 7-yard pickup.
Kind of shoved out of bounds over there finally by Anthony, I believe. But he's going to be close to a first down.
Well, PV has worn everybody down. in the second half, but this maybe this is
well,
the smaller teams.
Yeah, I don't think so. One thing they're not going to do to Assumption, they're not going to wear them down, I don't think.
They run the same type of offenses. PV throws a little bit more, usually a lot more successful, but not tonight. Collins rolling right, another block. Oh, he couldn't sustain it. Gary got out there, made good initial contact, and Collins cut inside. He got the first down, though, and that's all they needed. I guess that's important.
Right. Luke Voss, pretty good play out there. It looked like he had running room, and all of a sudden Voss was there from his outside linebacker position.
1st and 10. We're up around midfield, spotted on the 48. There comes Furlong out of center. Greg Blau comes wide right. Receiver at the top of your screen is Schrader. No motion. Yeah, there was a little motion. Somebody was leaning on the left side, maybe Bitterman or
that's going to be a procedure.
Left.
That's the wing back over there or the slot back, whichever formation they were in.
Notice people a little more hits after the whistle. A little more chips on the shoulder, if you will, right now. It's getting tense. It's high school football playoff, and we're tied. 14-14. That was the movement. 5-yard penalty, bring up 1st and 15. I noticed a couple times, even linemen downfield, all of a sudden, they're not patting each other on the butt for a nice pop down there.
They're starting to beat each other in the chest a little bit.
There you go, same play. Pullman looking around the left side, and that is just stuffed.
Yep. Well, we got Shirts, and we got Tom Duncan. We got Ink out there.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Kazmarek start calling Collins' number a lot. Last year in the playoffs, remember, Holland came in off the bench, and they let him run because he was more of an athlete than the kid who started in front of him. Well, this year, Collins kind of did the same thing to Holland, kind of beat him out because he's a little quicker, and that's how they got back in that playoff game last year under Holland, just quarterback, keep and roll it out. We'll see if they do it with Collins
Exactly right.
2nd and 16, back in motion. Collins out in the flats. Blau, he's got 4 catches. Not much yardage. He only picks up about 4 yards.
Yeah, about
way
4.
short.
Well, Hanson was out there to make the stop on him, but they're going to give him that little 3-yarder as long as it doesn't turn into anything bigger. I think they'll be content to give that play away.
So 3rd and 12, 4-yard pickup, just short of the original line of scrimmage, up around the 46. We're under 3 minutes in the third. Not a great set of downs here for Assumption. Couple penalties, a stuffed sweep play, and now that little flat pass. We have yet to see Collins throw deep. Schrader's wide at the top of your screen. Pullman in motion. They like to send him out from that position. He's got good speed. In the flat, he throws it far short to Pullman. They were going to him out there.
They were very well covered, though, by Luke Voss from that outside linebacker position. So that's going to bring up a punting situation for sure.
And Holland will come in to punt. Anthony and Taney, as usual, back to receive for Pleasant Valley. Holland takes the snap, a little heat. Nice punt. Over Taney's head. He's going to let it bounce, and it's going to bounce down about the one. If it stops, it's in the end zone. Great effort by Greg Blau. He's having a heck of a game already. Not only on the receiving end, but scrapping around. That almost stopped right there.
That was close.
It looked like it was going to, I don't blame Taney. It looked like it was going to bounce it easy. Then magically at about the 4, it just died.
Well, you notice how everybody now, the pros in college are able to punt the ball so it lands on about the 2 and just kind of bites and stays on about the 2 and 3. And that's going to filter down to our level and any time, and they'll be able to do that.
1st and 10 from the 20. They take over after it was down, the touchback. Remind everyone we are tied up at 14s. Fairman and Anthony stacked, and the Twins to the left, the bottom of your screen. Quick fullback dive. Actually, it's a Hanson, a little halfback, the first back give.
Pretty good defensive effort there by number 63 from Assumption, Mike Dudley. Good defensive play.
2:07 counting down in the third. Abel comes out with the rest of that Pleasant Valley offensive line. Little Bill Fairman wide to the top of your screen. Split backs are Hanson and Cundert, have they been all game. Cundert, a lot of room on that side. First down and a couple more.
Yep.
Boy, they spread you out with the 2 receivers set, 1 out top, 2 on the bottom. And
right, and they got their man, and they got to man him out here, and that puts kind of Pullman in a little bit of a tough position because he's got to come in and make the play on the run out there.
But not after about a 15-yard pickup. Good for a first down. 1st and 10 from their own 35. 2 receivers to the tight side, the lower side of your screen. You see them stacked there now. Fairman goes to a 3-point stance. Hanson first back, breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle, still on his feet and out of bounds, past midfield. Kevin Hanson getting it done. He led all rushers in the first half. Second leading rusher on their club coming in.
There we go again, talking about the weapons that Pleasant Valley has. If Taney or Cunder doesn't do it, in comes Hanson, he does it. Pushed out of bounds by Mathis down there, otherwise a real big gainer.
Taney comes in for Fairman. One thing you notice, Taney runs the ball a little bit more, Fairman catches a little bit more. But Taney will go on that double stack at the top of your screen with Anthony. It's a second back 100 this time. He'll get a couple. Nice job by the Assumption defense there.
Boy, again, you got a little bit of a problem defensively with the twin stack out there. You only got 1 man to cover them that time, but luckily they were running the ball, not throwing it. There's no way they're going to be able to cover that flat out there with Anthony going deep.
Well, big time out here as Cunder ties his shoe.
Timeout for a shoe tie job.
I guess it came off. The spike came off. He's getting it adjusted. I'll tell you what, that's a hard thing to do when it's this cold, too, because, you know, your foot just freezes up on you. It feels like a rock, and right now you're going, oh, man, I don't even want to put it on.
Yeah. Although I doubt at this point if Cunard is worried about it being too cold out there.
We're under a minute to go. 3rd quarter, still tied up 14. 2nd and 7. Ball on the Assumption 44. Anthony is wide, all alone at the bottom of your screen. Fairman in the wingback position. No motion, Assumption jump.
That's going to be a freebie. A little bit anxious there on the left side of the Assumption defense.
Well, Mathis is up there along with Arguello. I don't know which one it was, but the top of you. Doesn't really matter. It's
no,
a
it doesn't matter.
Penalty.
Yep.
He'll bring up 2nd and 2. Much easy play selection now for Coach Morrissey and his staff. With the surge, this offensive line's gotten off the ball all season. Plus, you got a couple downs. You can shoot for one. Pullman is on Anthony at the bottom of your screen. They go to Cundert. He's got the first. Oh, I don't know. Looked like he was going to slide off and give it, and all of a sudden, Cameron and a couple other guys dropped him back. Mathis was there as well.
Good defense there.
I thought he was just going to pop off and get it. There was a little lane to the right. They shut it down.
Cameron kind of snatched him out of the air there.
3rd and 2.
Well, they're not exactly in 4-down territory here either. I don't know if you want to go for this on if you don't make it here.
Well, that's going to do it. And they'll have at least a little time to think about it as they come to the sidelines. We're all tied up at Pleasant Valley with just 12 minutes left in this one. We'll be back. 14-14. We start the 4th quarter. It can't get any closer. 14-14. Pleasant Valley with the ball. 3rd and 2. Spotted on the 38 of Assumption. PV on the left side of the screen. They give the Cunder to fullback. He's got a first down and a couple more. You hear the Pleasant Valley crowd below us.
Nice play on the left side over there by the left side of the line. That's we'll catch some numbers for you again. Snegaberg, tight end over there. Number 60, Nick Abel, one of the linemen. Great surge off the ball again. I don't care how many times I have to say that word. That we got to tell it like it is. They get off the football.
Anthony comes wide to the left. Abel, the center, breaks him out. Kaburski and the others follow up. Now that double stack. Fairman behind Anthony at the bottom of your screen. 1st and 10. Mauser hands off. And Cundert gets about a yard off that right side.
Yep, brought down by number 84 from Assumption, John Schrader. Schrader's been involved in a lot of tackles tonight Dan, he's looked good tonight. Played a nice game so far.
2nd and 7, 3-yard pickup for Kundert. They're inside the 30. At the 28. A minute gone by in the 4th quarter.
Now they're in 4-down territory, that's for sure.
The wide side of the field is left, but the wide receiver Anthony comes at the bottom to the tight side. Trying to get Assumption off. Quick give to Kundert, and he's tripped up.
Nice job by the Assumption defense there. That looks like, is that Arguello, number 61, or is it Luden?
We'll go Arguello.
Okay.
They've been told Arguello is 61.
And I'll say Arguello from now on, too. Sorry about that.
Funny thing is, they switched. The programs didn't. So we've been back, and it's been about every other one. I remember they switched. I think it was a Bettendorf game where they originally switched. Fairman runs into play. Coach Ed Morrissey in his 18th year at Pleasant Valley. His club, undefeated, 10-0, ranked 4th in the state. They did win a state title back in '85. It was 3A. And as I speak of Coach Morrissey, he will take a timeout. We'll keep it here as Mauser goes to the sidelines. 13 the quarterback, Hanson, Fairman, 14 and 24 respectively. They all come off to the side as well, along with the line. Morrissey, you got a good staff. When we talked about it, about our 5th or 6th game, we've seen him side, Joe Ambrose, Mike Duncan, and the rest of the guys down there. You got a nice support staff.
Wade King, a defensive coordinator in the defensive huddle for Assumption.
And he does a heck of a job, not only helping out Kaczmarek, but with the wrestling program over there.
Fine wrestling program.
Both coaches talking it out. It will be 3rd and 8 when they get back on the field. Actually lost a yard. It'll be spotted back at the 29 on that fullback dive. Assumption, one of those teams, 6 and 3, but you know they lost that first game. The West came back and got a little revenge in that when they lost a it was a 14-7 final play game to Pleasant Valley. Lost the one at Bettendorf, was 10-9 if I remember correctly, something like that. 12-9. I mean, it was once again went down to the wire.
9,
So they've definitely been in every ball game. And as usual, Kaczmarek in his 8th season, his teams generally improve as the season goes on.
As does Pleasant Valley. We've seen it all year long. We've talked about that several times on how both these teams have improved all year long.
11th trip to the playoffs for Assumption and 9th for Pleasant Valley. Mauser under center, 3rd and 9. Takes a snap. Gonna swing it out to Hanson. Nice play by Blau. He's had a heck of a game on the receiving end, and he's reading it the other way too.
Right, Blau shoves Hanson out of bounds after a pretty good little gainer, though. It's gonna.
Well, yeah, he picked up about 5 yards there. It'll bring up about 4th and 3. Nice job as Hanson swung it out there. We haven't seen that play a lot from Pleasant Valley this year.
No, that's a little different play.
Well, as it gets tighter in the year, too, you're going to have to throw in a few wrinkles here or there. The base plays are going to get you there, but to get you over the hump here when you're dead even, you may need something extra.
Well, important series here, important down here, I should say.
4th and 3. 24 yards away from the end zone. They're going to try to pull it outside, I'm sure. They go to Kundert, the fullback.
Hey,
He's going to
what
an effort. What an effort. J.R. Kundert, the junior. J.R. the junior. He was actually stopped about a yard short. And talk about effort. You see it, he almost actually broke it into the end zone.
That's right. He
Once again,
almost went all the way.
Blau.
Yep.
Blau stopped him.
Again. Yeah, he made a little spin off the pile, and the second effort got the first down. No doubt, or 3rd or 4th effort.
Well, Numkina over at Bettendorf led to, 2nd in the league, led the league in touchdowns. He's been a 3-year starter, and he's a little bit bigger. But as far as fullbacks go, you can't do much better than Kundert and Russell here in this game. No way. Hanson looking to cut it back, and nothing there.
Nice job by. I'm going to get this number. That's Cameron, number 74, and we mentioned him a lot tonight. He's played a whale of a game.
He's had a pretty good season all in all. You could see it kind of open up. You could see what Hanson was thinking. There was a little bit of a lane, but as soon as he kind of went his lateral step, whoo, a wall of light came down.
From our angle, it just looked like, it
looked like he made a nice read. But it got closed down quickly, and Cameron's about the biggest guy I think they throw out there. I know Tui's 240 on the offensive end, and Cameron goes 220. It's about as big as they get on that defensive side of the ball for Assumption. 1 yard pickup nonetheless, 2nd and 9. We're inside the 20. They're going to pitch it. Kundert gets a little bit of a block from Hanson trying to turn the corner. Tripped up. He dives all the way down to the 11, though.
Holman on the tackle. after a gain of, well, he got more than I thought of. Yeah, he got about
he
5
dove down
out of
about
it.
to 11. Looks like 3rd and 4. They'll spot it about the 12. Wide side of the field will be the top of your screen. Looks like Assumption wants a timeout. Coach Wade King's defensive troops, Marquez Merrick, the head coach, of course. They're going to go talk to him.
Going to come out and chat for a little bit. Well, I'll tell you, I'm not being critical here or anything, but I think Pleasant Valley can do more with the stack they have, this double stack they have to the outside. It doesn't look to me like Assumption is covering that quite as tight as it ought to be covered, and I don't think Pleasant Valley is utilizing that as much as they should.
Well, that could be what the Pleasant Valley staff's talking about right now in that huddle, too. Morrissey's out there. It's 14-all, 8:12 left in this ball game. Once again, anybody interested in picking up a copy of this game or a dub, call Cox Communications. We can get it to you. They'll give you Jess and Family Ties Productions number. Well, we knew it'd be good. You know, you look at the records, 10-0, 6-3.
Oh,
but
yep.
Covering the MAC, and you know as well as anybody, Si, all the years at West, and then follow that with North.
Right. Two good teams with a good tradition in their football programs, and this is what you
well
get.
Coached. Well, once again, 3rd and 4 from the 12. They're loaded to the left side, and they go that way. Kundert, he goes right off the guard seam, but if you notice, they not only had a tight end left, they also had a wing back out there on the left side.
It's going to be real close here. Now tell me, Coach, are you going to kick it here if you don't make it, or are you going to go for it?
Well, 14-14, I
Coach,
kick.
We got Coach Wildman, make a decision.
I kick. I'm going to go for it. 4th and inches. Last time Kundert got it with a lot of extra effort.
And I agree with you, Dan. I'd kick it here.
Yeah,
I would.
But, well, I mean, you got a tie game. You know, get the lead.
Right. All right, Kundert or Hanson?
And then you give them the decision. They got to go for it.
There you go.
Out. Kundert and Hanson in the backfield. Maybe they'll try to draw him off sides. Just a quarterback sneak, Mauser.
No. I'll tell you what.
He got it, I think.
Wait till I unscramble this.
I'll tell you, there's a play that Dave Wanstead apparently forgot about yesterday there. When the Bears were playing Denver, they had a 1st and goal on the 1 and couldn't punch it in.
I had to drink soup for drink soup for 2 hours yesterday to get over my sickness. Gosh.
But I mean, that's something. I mean, the old money on the pros. You get to Craig's about 40 years old. He plays the heck with that. I'm handing off.
Yep.
First measurement of the game. Now they go measure.
We'll get the measurement. I thought he got it from here. We'll see. He
Looks
does.
like he got it.
They'll bring 1st and goal from the 8.
Okay. That's why Ed Morrissey's down there and I'm up here.
I always go. I'll tell you what, I've been burned probably like you. I usually go for it, so now you get a little. 1st and goal from the 8. Same staggered backfield, Kundert and Hanson. Mauser. Oh, somebody jumped on that left side.
That's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Looked like Sherman got out of the gate a little bit early on the left side.
I think Shirts took off just a hair early also, but.
Well, that whole left side just moving.
Yep.
So that'll help. Now it's 1st and goal from the 13. A big difference. They may end up kicking after all.
Yeah, I might get my wish, huh?
Although, one thing Morrissey likes, even if they don't come away with 6 here, is the clock continues to click down. They've got 3 or 4 plays to work with here. 1st and goal from the 13. 14-14 our score. 4th quarter action. Mauser, your quarterback, adjusts his little hand warmer there and goes to action. Kundert to fullback. Nice second effort again. Fighting for the 5. Look at him. He's inside the 5.
Cow.
He was hit at the 10, drove forward to the 5, and refused to go down.
Yep. They got, tell you what, they got in a formation there where they spread people out all over. Even their line splits were wider there. And they were splitting people out just to get that little seam for Kundert, and he's tough.
Well, I noticed that earlier, too. And when you got a bigger team, you got the smaller, quicker subs, you guys, but you go wider splits, and you just got to line up there.
You bet.
That's a smart adjustment. We saw that earlier when they were stacked to the left. Now the tight splits.
Right, you bet.
Condon, he's in. I'll tell you, off that right side, some great blocks. Matt Kaburski laid one of them.
Yep. And is it, who's the other one, McEachron or not?
He's been at number 79. McEachron's been at right guard along with Kaburski, and they just kind of pancaked that right side in.
You bet.
Kaburski blasted in off the right side. It's 2014.
Big Jim, or Matt Miller at center, I believe, number 50. Got to give those guys some credit. Got to give Pleasant Valley credit for coming back from the 5-yard penalty from a 13-yard line, and the extra point's up and good.
Clark gets that one for a 21-14 lead with 6:10 remaining. Well, we really haven't had a touchdown over 7 yards as the longest. All of them been about 4 or 5 yards.
There's been no big plays in this game. Other than about
a first down on 3rd and 1's a pretty damn big play.
Well, yeah,
long plays.
Big plays. Talking about long yardage type big plays.
But other than that, there's been a lot of big plays. Yeah, not any long gainers. Nice sustained drives. That's disciplined club, so that's what gets it done come playoff time.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pleasant Valley can't take it too easy here because there's a lot of time left. Assumption has methodically moved the ball at times at will and done a good job of it.
Kickoff by Clark. He's going to dribble it along there, fielded up nicely by Arguello. And he's going to get, I'll tell you, good field position now.
Yep.
You don't want to give. You've seen Bitterman return it long. You saw Pullman last week and throughout his career, but I'll take that if I'm Cam.
You bet. That kick didn't turn out like Coach Morrissey wanted it to turn out, I'm sure.
Sure, he wanted it tough to field, but he didn't want it quite that short. And Arguello did a good job, got on it quickly and got it right up the field, 5-10 yards now. First and 10.
Didn't quite get the top stripe on the ball, that's for sure.
First and 10 from their own 43. No motion. Collins will roll right, throw, deep plow, first down and more. Still on his feet. And out of bounds, about a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, Anthony finally took him out of bounds, but it was tough to.
Somebody is
looks
down.
Like somebody's down.
Is that Furlong? I'll get his number.
56, I believe. Is that Scheibel?
No, it's Reed. Excuse me. 55 is Scheibel.
Rob Reed.
He's down.
And he looks like he's holding his ankle, so we'll have to wait and see here. That would not help the Assumption.
Well, it slows down.
Out. Very steady player, Rob Reed.
Oh, nice pass. I'll tell you, Greg Blau, he probably hasn't had 6 receptions the whole season. Because not that he can't. He's not able. I'm just Kaczmarek going to throw the ball.
Right, right.
But he's got 5 or 6 tonight.
And Collins has done a fine job of finding the open receiver
Collins
tonight.
is probably going to have to ice his arm.
Him tonight.
He's going to have to ice his arm. Kaczmarek, this is opening it up for Mark. Except, of course, when Collins' older brother was there, then they made sure he caught at least 5 or 6 a game. But other than that.
Okay.
They're going to help Reed off.
Reed's got a little ankle problem, I think. And
hopefully he'll be okay. He's being helped off. But look, he's still putting weight on it, as you can see up there. He's
not much, though.
Yeah.
Doc Sunderbrook will take care of him. Doc in his aviation greens.
And the trainer for the Thunder also helping out over there. He helps out in the offseason as well. First and 10 from the 43 after the Collins to Blau hookup.
Russell, isn't it?
Russell running hard. We told you don't get many better fullbacks than Cundert and Russell, and he answers. JR made some nice yardage after contact pickups on the other drive, and Russell answers off the left tackle side himself.
Good playoff tackle, good blocking over there by the left side. Schrader, number 84, 61. Arguello, Luden,
whatever.
Furlong at center.
Assumption number 2 in the conference in offense behind Pleasant Valley, and number 2 rushing as well behind North Scott, so you know they can get it done on the ground. Collins will roll right. He's under pressure. Just lost it
Yeah,
out
good
there. That's a
job.
smart play.
Yep. Good job getting rid of the ball. Good pressure out there by Luke Voss on forcing the throw. Also, big Matt Miller, number 67, was out there. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Jim Miller. Jeez.
You'll get it straight.
All right.
5:24 on the clock. 21-14. Pleasant Valley leads it. It's 2nd and 10. Ball dead on the 30. There's the Assumption huddle. Furlong breaks it out. He's the center. Tui and the others follow. Blau comes wide to the bottom of your screen. Out of an eye. They go out of an eye. They blast Pullman. He's got blockers in front of him trying to turn the corner. And Russell down about the 25.
Matt Taney making a good play out there, but pretty good gain on the play, though. Probably 5 yards. It looked like Russell ran into one of his pulling people out there, kind of slowed him down a little bit.
Bitterman jogs out. Bush comes in with the play. We're under 5 minutes left in this one. 3rd and 5. Schrader goes wide to your top of your screen. They're out of the eye again. Bush is at the tailback. The play fake to Bush. Now they give it to Bush. And he stopped short. It'll bring up 4th and about 5 or 6. He may have actually lost a yard there.
Good gang tackle over there. A lot of PV tacklers on it. Shirts.
Yet
along
another
with,
big play.
Fairman. Yeah.
4th and 6. They lost a yard.
Yeah, they did lose a yard on the play.
27 yards away from the end zone. More importantly, 6 from the chains.
Joe Ambrose getting that defense fired up out there.
Collins, long count, back in motion, Bitterman. They're going to roll Collins to the left, looking in a flat tip.
Oh, great
Taney
job.
tipped it.
Yep.
Matt Taney was out there in front of Collins. They weren't going to let him run, which he's capable of doing. He tried to loft it into flat. I believe it was Russell.
Yeah,
that was
Russell.
the intended receiver. And
Yeah,
Taney
and he was
just
there.
stayed
He was
home.
open, but
Yeah.
Taney was just able to do what he's supposed to do, bat the ball.
And not let Collins tuck it away and go.
Right.
If he drops in the flat, Collins will try to shoot to the corner.
I kept thinking that Collins would tuck that ball down and just take it, but he saw the open receiver.
Well, this is where I expect to see Assumption flying in all kinds of gaps. 1st and 10 from their own 27. Here they come. Nice first down pickup.
This Kundert again.
That was Hanson. Or, well, Cunder
Yep.
looks like.
Yep.
They blast both of them at you from that staggered set. Hanson from the halfback, but he'll get the first back through dive. He'll actually do more of the fullback dive, and Kundert will swing off the
And you were
tackle.
right. Bitterman was firing. He got picked up very nicely, and that's what opened the gap up to the right side.
2nd and 2. Nice first down pickup. 3:28 counting down. Clock in Pleasant Valley's favorite. They go to Kundert. First down.
There's the wide splits again. Every time they split those people, those linemen out, get about 3 or 4 foot splits in there, and that gives them a little bit more running room.
Clock is continuing to roll. Gonna try to stop them here and get it back. 21-14. Remember, the first ball game ended up 14-7. Final play was Collins scrambling around and Shirts chasing him down. We're at 3 minutes. Here comes that Assumption D, all over the Kundert fullback dive. He saw him up there up tight. You see the linebackers and safeties walking up. Pullman was up there as well. Mathis is always shooting a seam, it seems like.
A little clock eater play there is what that is. They're just going to
Get a yard. Clock, as we said, in Pleasant Valley's favorite.
excellent job Coach Morrissey does of picking the plays, having his kids wait till the very last couple of seconds
I
to
can see the
snap
clock.
the ball.
As you see, they're taking their time here. Cy coming up. Anthony's up at the top of your screen, but I don't think we'll see him throw all that much. Here they come again. Kundert again. Not a bad pickup. About 2-3 yards with all those guys up tight and coming. If you can get a couple out of each one, you're doing okay.
Right, wide splits again. That's just a split back isolation play that leading the blocker, leading one of the backs through and following him through the hole.
Timeout Assumption. It'll be 3rd and about 4 or 5. You call it, Cy.
4 sounds
The
good.
down marker's just inside the 50 midfield, and it's spotted just this side of the 45, so it's about 4 yards, 4.5.
2:09 to go. A lot of time left.
Well, they stuff it here.
Yeah,
You know,
Assumption's got to start trying to strip the ball, I think.
And
Get that turnover.
And you got to hope that you don't give them the first down here. Most definitely, you don't give them a chance to even think about going for it on a 4th and inches. They need They need to come and wrap Hanson or Kundert or Mauser or whoever up in the backfield.
They need a big defensive play here. All right.
3rd and 4. There's the Assumption D. They're the ones who are going to make the plays. Arguello and Luden and Mathis and Blau's out there as well. Bush is number 6. He'll go to the other side. Number 63, Mike Dudley out there as well. Schrader's 84. They're all walked up. Hanson, good second effort. He's going to be a little bit short, but I'll tell you what, that's what we're talking about. He got hit about a yard short, but just kept his feet trying to fly back into it.
Yeah, he's going to be short of the first down.
Not by much, though.
Yeah, maybe a couple of feet, maybe.
I think you got to go for it. Fairman's looking at Morrissey and his staff. He's saying we go for it. Morrissey's hold on, Coach. I've been coaching a little bit longer than you, Bill. We're going to kick it away.
And he's saying we will punt this ball.
You can see Fair walking up saying, it's only quarterback sneak or something, fullback dime. That said, 18 years, Junior. You're having a good game, Bill, but I think I'll make the calls.
Make the call.
So Clark is in the kick from his own 35. No surprise, a bunch of white jerseys coming in. Clark gets it off.
Beautiful
back
punt.
there by himself, a great punt. Goes into the end zone, though. That's going to help out Assumption, actually, because he nailed it over Pullman's head. And Grant's probably happy because last time they came after it, he was all back there by himself.
He was. That ball was in the air almost 60 yards, Dan. Landed on about the 4. Went on in the end zone like a child. He kicked it from inside his own 40, so he really boomed that sucker.
As I told you in the last ball game at Brady Street Stadium, I don't mean the last playoff game, but the last meeting between these two ended a one touchdown difference, 14-7 Pleasant Valley win, and it ended with Assumption on the ball, driving down. They threw a screen to Pullman. And they get it out there. I believe that's Blau again, trying to get out of bounds.
Yep, Hanson on the tackle. Didn't get out of bounds.
Didn't get out of bounds. We're at 1:05 counting down.
Good job by Hanson there, holding him in bounds.
Remember, they threw that screen to our side. It'd be the bottom of your screen in front of the press box, and Pullman took it down about the 20.
Yep.
See if they try that again. It worked last time these two met. Somebody jumped. Collins not happy. Somebody jumped on the left side.
Yeah, everybody moved but the center, I think.
The crowd is loud. It's cold, and it's Monday Night Football at its finest, I guess.
Doesn't get a lot better than this, that's for sure.
For a playoff action. Pleasant Valley ranked 4th in the state, trying to get to that Final Four spot. Most likely Iowa City High awaits, and there's a powerhouse in their own right. 2nd and 7 from their own 24. We're at 40 seconds. Collins. No. Tipped up off Pullman's hands, and that's one of those that was tipped up and floated for what seemed like about 5 seconds. And I'm sure the guys who, I don't know if it was Duncan and Voss and the guys out there, they probably felt like that was a slow motion commercial.
And that's funny how that it seems that ball just kind of hangs in the air.
It does stop the clock with 34 seconds left. 3rd and 7. 2 more downs for sure. You have to see Collins throw deep. We've seen halfback passes before as well. Here comes Pullman. Collins will roll out towards your screen. Out in the flat, out of bounds. Threw it at Schrader, I believe, was the intended receiver.
Yeah, it was.
Even if he catches it, I think he was a step or two out of bounds in front of that Pleasant Valley bench.
Jason Deal defending over here, along with Luke Voss. So, 4th down, and obviously a must play for the Assumption Knights here. Played a great ball game. Both these teams have played a great ball game tonight.
You see a reverse or a double pass or some sort, because well, even if you're Pleasant Valley, you don't want to give them the first down, but you definitely don't want to get beat deep.
That's right.
So maybe they just throw another flat pass out there and try to get the first down. Here comes Pullman in motion. Collins looking right, out in the flat, picked off! Picked off! Duncan! He stepped out of bounds. But I'll tell you what, Wes Hansen just read that perfectly.
Sure did.
Stepped up, picked it off, and that'll do it. Just 20 seconds left. Mauser will come out, take a snap, and take a knee, I imagine.
And you talk about tight splits. They're going to be in one another's pocket on these splits.
Well, there's your buddy Minnick down there with some hardware, I think, Coach.
Yeah.
20 seconds, there's the snap, in a minute here. Mauser taking a knee. Kundert comes up to protect him. 13 seconds. So it looks like Pleasant Valley moves on. They're still unbeaten. And what a season. They've made it through the MAC. Had to go through Bettendorf and Assumption twice. And Merv Hominick and Marquez Merrick are not easy guys to beat twice in the season.
I'll
tell you what, do you know too, Si, you know as well as anybody, for the past decade, Bettendorf and Assumption have won the MAC 5 times each. And this is Pleasant Valley, the first team to break that string. Not only break it, kind of run through it. They beat both of them twice to prove they're the king of the hill this year.
That's right, and we've said for, at least I've said for the last few games that I think Pleasant Valley is the best team in the conference, and they showed it in these playoff games. They've won them both.
Although in Bettendorf and Assumption's defense, not by much.
No, that's right. Oh, no question about it. I didn't say they were better by a lot, but just a hair.
21-14 the final. We had touchdowns the first 2 through the air for Pleasant Valley. Mauser to Fairman for the first one, a 7-0 lead, just the first play of the second quarter. Assumption answered. Russell on a 4-yard run to tie it up. Both PATs were good. Clark and Willis were on the money all night. Mauser hit Anthony from 5 yards, another acrobatic catch for a 13-7 lead. It was 14-7 when Collins on a little 7-yard quarterback keep scored it to make it 14-14. Then the winning touchdown, J.R. Kundert cap off a drive, which was a lot of J.R. Kundert.
Yes,
Hansen
indeed.
as well. Capped it off from 4 yards out, and that was the final. 21-14, the big defensive play. Fairman had a lot of sticks, but the big one has to stand out as Hansen stepping up, reading that flat pass well, picking it off and running down the sidelines. So the final 21-14, we'll keep it here as Pleasant Valley is presented with the, Si, you're from Iowa, I'm from Illinois. What's this called, district championship? What are they, sub-state?
No, well, it's just a second round.
Second round
No,
playoff
what they do here is they present Assumption with participation. I think they give them a participation trophy. So, and that's a nice tribute to a team that's made it this far.
You see
48-7.
48-7.
Iowa City High wins their game 48-7.
That's
so
here Saturday.
You know, Morrissey's going to say, congratulations, gentlemen. We're undefeated. We beat Assumption for a second time, but I'll tell you what, we got a buzzsaw. And they'll play them on Saturday. Once again, congratulations to Marquez Merrick, Wade King, and the Davenport Assumption Knights closing out the season 6-4. Moving on, number 4, Pleasant Valley. They're 11-0. For Jess, Si, and myself, it's been a wonderful game here at Pleasant Valley. Final 21-14. Good luck, PV.